So while we're looking at the terminal and this bus is pulling away behind me, the driver of that bus is actually my Uncle John, John Martinuzzi, and we're just talking briefly about this new terminal and what it offers the drivers and the customers that the old one didn't. Quite frankly, if you take a look at what I just crossed, these really quite large driveways and spaces for the buses, he said it's much easier to get in and out as a driver. You've got these new spots, these new bus shelters you can sit under, and the actual terminal, this space, opens up at 5 a.m. And people used to come down here and wait for buses, and it wouldn't open till much later, much being 2 hours, but if you were stuck outside till 7 o'clock, it would make a big difference. So that's a big improvement. But I just wanted to give you a bit of history about this building, and what I'm going to do is go to the other side while I tell you about it, just so you can see. We're facing Detroit this way. This is Pitt Street that I'm walking onto, and I'm going to cross and give you a look at this building. So, Transit Windsor right now, according to anything I can find on the web, it currently has 104 buses. So, what is that service? It services 14 routes. They have over 25,000 passengers a day, and it was started in 1977. So, Transit Windsor itself hasn't been around forever. It was a different company. Transit Windsor is the secondary company that followed Sandwich, Windsor, and Amherstburg Railway Company, which people know as SW and A. Whenever you see that SW with the ampersand and A, that is what Transit Windsor took over from. And well, they've been around since 1872, and they had the horse-drawn carriages. So you can see that they've actually come a heck of a long way. I mean, this year, or last year, I believe, they came out with the 18 diesel hybrid buses. And that was a pretty big deal, I think, for the city. I mean, it's to lower the greenhouse gases. Let's just take a look here on the east side of the building. So this is more or less the Greyhound bus section over here, where anybody catching a bus to Toronto, let's say, is going. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the building itself. It was Sunday, June 24th. That's when they made the switch. That's when they came over here. It's 300 Chatham Street West, which you would have seen earlier, and it is called the Windsor International Transit Terminal. And what I like about the space that it sits in right now, if we look at our neighbors up here, this is north. You got Media City, who runs the International Film Festival every year, the Experimental Film and Art Festival. Next door to them is Rogue's Gallery. So that is a comic book shop. You can get something to read and enjoy, or a gift for somebody you're about to go and see in Toronto or across town. And you also have the Convention and Visitors Bureau Tourist Information Center. That right there is where you can go in and find out what you should be doing in the city. So if you come into town on a bus, hopefully, you can go right there and they'll tell you all about some of the better spots and things you can do in the city. And another nice landmark, the Art Gallery of Windsor. So if someone comes here and wants to be cultured right off the bat, they can walk across the street and be a part of something that took a long time to move about and jockey around, and now it's fully operational and gorgeous inside, and they have a great art collection. So, to conclude, I'm just going to walk us back down over here to Chatham. This is a pretty busy area. Every time I try to film something around here, it is earlier in the morning than usual, but every time I try to film something over here, it is so loud because there's so many buses on the go. There goes another one. Again, Church Street is the first street right there. Give you a sense of where you are. This is Dougal. This is Dougal Avenue. We are standing on Chatham. There's Rogue's Gallery, comic book shop, like I was saying. And bang, you are at the Windsor International Transit Terminal. There's your tour.